Oli the Goalie Tech Reviews here. Today I'm doing my 6-month update review of the JMGO N1 Ultra projector. Still, in my opinion, the best projector on the market today. In fact, every time I turn it on, it amazes me each and every time. So we're just going to touch on some of the things that I've done throughout this time, how I've made some changes, and a few of the other things that I love about this projector. So please stick around and be right back after the break. So one of the very first things you're going to notice is I've taken my N1 Ultra off of the ceiling mount and put it back on just this little, well, temporary anyways for now, shelf. And the reason being is when I had it on the ceiling mount, the lens was probably another 6 to 8 inches lower than where it sits now. So you're having quite a bit more digital correction when you do the fit to screen setting. Now, I'll be honest with you, in the technical side of things, I'm not really sure whether or not you have some of that angled or a little bit more, whether it makes a difference in how many pixels are being used during that fit to screen digital setup. But I assumed that the lesser needing of the actual correction, the better for the picture quality. And it may just be a placebo effect, but it did seem to look a little bit better when I reset up the projector after doing this adjustment. So for those of you who have the JMGO ceiling mount, you know, I've seen, I think online, a couple of different instances where somebody had actually cut the length of the pole to give them a better or a shorter distance. I actually have the pole right here. So let's bring this back out if I can. And this is that pole. I hope that's in focus. I really can't tell, to be honest. But some people have cut this shorter and then screwed it into the base so that it's a little bit shorter. I just don't know how much that's going to make as far as the difference goes. So when we look at this, that was one of the very first changes, or most recent changes, pardon me, that I've made. All right, so let's now go to the screen and the projector itself. All right. So here we are back at it. Got the screen up, set up for the camera, and basically just wanted to address a couple of things about the projector, why I love it so much, everything about it. Right now, just so everybody's aware, I'm running the N1 off of the built-in software, so you may still see a bit of a skip or a bump or a jump here or there, based on the fact that you know, the software is okay. I guess we can start there. Let's start with the software. The software is you know, Android TV. Yeah, you know, I'm seeing these really weird lines on my screen, and I think I'm gonna have to stop the video. So let's pause it. Let's actually go back to where I can see that. So I had started my video and I noticed this really weird lighting effect on my screen. And as it turns out, I forgot to turn off my Darth Vader, and the lighting from the belts and the chest system were affecting were actually hitting the screen. So that's a sigh of relief. Glad to see that that wasn't an issue with the projector. As you can see here, so going back to the software, guys, the software is, you know, pretty good. I think for the most part, I've had lots of, or seen a couple of people on the JMGO site and the Discord site, etc., talking about how it skips and jumps a lot. I did a video a while back in regards to some settings that you can adjust in the developer options to reduce the I'm trying to remember now, the animations so that it is a little bit quicker. And then you can also ask or tell the projector to only run one program in the background, and that will also help reduce the judder and bounce and skip and jump and etc. So, oh, I just noticed something else too. Since I did the adjustment to the screen, my picture is a little bit off. So I am going to try to get it as close as I can here, the way I had it set up previously, and then we will we'll use the screen setting to get it closer, and then I can show you that too. I'm sure you're all familiar with the setup of that fit to screen, but we'll do it anyways because I also want to talk about some of the other things. So there you have it. So the software, I've personally, I think I've had 2 upgrades since I've had this projector in 6 months. So quite honestly, JMGO, that's not going to cut it. You guys need to start bringing out more updates and start getting this thing, you know, software upgraded. Now, you know, we had started a few discussions on Discord, as well as a couple of videos I did previous with regards to the fact that this chip that the N1 Ultra uses does have the ability to have Dolby Vision. But unfortunately, they didn't activate it. I guess it's probably license fee, etc. So we ended up not getting that feature. With the discussions originally with Leah and now I believe with Anton, you know, they're saying that it's still a possibility. I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't think we're going to see another update. And I really hope I'm wrong. Because, you know, for as great as this projector is, and it really is great, it is in comparison with a much more expensive Epson S, I think it's called 11,000. It's the digital or the laser version of the 5050 UB, which I had. I've had the 5030, the 5040, the 5050. For me, the Epson was by far the best projector on the market, but it was using old bulb technology, and I was tired of having that. So we went to this, you know, my search started for a solid state laser projector. And as you would have seen in my other videos, I've owned tons, or I guess you could say auditioned, tons of projectors. BenQ, GP500, I believe it is, XI3000, XGME. I mean, just the list goes on and on and on. And some of them were actually pretty decent projectors. It wasn't until I got the N1 where I was completely, utterly blown away and said, yep, I can get rid of my 5050 now. This thing is a mile better. And I still believe that today. So before this drives me too crazy, let's go into the settings and let's get this thing aligned. The other thing I'm looking to do, guys, is make my screen a little bit bigger. Now, unfortunately, hey, Google, turn on Enterprise. If I do that, I'm going to have to get rid of all of the little masks and things that I have down here. And I'm not so sure that I want to do that. I kind of like to have this little display here. It's just a, you know, something that I enjoy having. And if I make the screen bigger or go to what I can go to in this room, that sort of has to be dropped by about 12, maybe 13 inches. So let me get this back up here. And I'm just going to go back to white screen so I know that I have I'm seeing the whole screen on the camera. Okay. Actually, let's even lower that a bit. Okay. There we go. So, and I believe that's as wide as I can go. Let's just try that. Yes, it is. Okay, so the reason I want to show you this, guys, as I was saying earlier, I was considering making my screen bigger. I was going to contact um, Carl's place, where I got the material for the screen. The price on the material is actually fantastic. Hey Google, turn off Enterprise. Too much light reflecting on the screen. Hey Google, turn off Enterprise. Looks like Enterprise doesn't want to turn off. There we go. So the price of the material is fantastic, but because it would come in a roll, which you can't have it sent folded up because it's just a horrible mess. The pricing for the shipping is absolutely ridiculous and way too much for me just to warrant making the bigger screen. I contacted Carl's, asked them to consider providing me with free shipping. I would cover the cost of the material. I don't expect, everything to be free. And I would in turn do a video on their product, which everybody that's watched my videos, I don't know, 25,000 views of all my other N1 videos, have all seen the Carl's Place material over and over and over as they watch these videos, because of course that's what I'm projecting on. And nonetheless, they weren't interested, so I might try hitting them up again to see if that's something that they would be interested in, and we can go from there. But nonetheless, let's go into settings, and let's go into projector. We're going to go manual, picture. What am I trying to remember again here? Focus settings, no, manual focus. We want to go to manual keystoning, and we're going to reset adjustment. So let's do that. All right, so this is how it looks. Currently aligned on my screen without any kind of digital correction. And yes, I understand that it's not set up properly. It's much bigger, but it's also the reason why I'm considering making the screen bigger. So if we go back out of here, because I want to go back into YouTube and go to that white screen again. And there you go. So you can see this screen has the potential of being a whole lot bigger. I don't know actually if you can see the full or not. I don't even know if you can actually see that extended screen on camera. I'm not sure if it's actually showing or not, but anyways, it's quite a bit of difference and lots more room anyways. So let's get back out of here. Let's go back into settings and let's do this screen setup. So we go into projector settings, we go into keystone correction. If I remember correctly, there we go, auto screen fitting, and hit OK. It's going to do its little magic. And this is one thing I have to say, pretty amazed by how this works. Now, ironically, and you can't see it with this camera or really even as I sit here and look at this in person, the projector is still projecting the image to the full side size, pardon me, of the screen. But it just shifts the actual viewable image within the screen fitting. So if you have the lighting just right, you can actually still see that it's projecting beyond the screen. Very hard to notice though, but again, incredible technology. The fact that they can do that today is pretty amazing. And the fact that it fits so incredibly well is even better. So let's go back out of here. Let's go manual keystone because I still like to go in. I'm going to just move myself into the center of the couch here. And in fact, I'll probably turn the lights on just for a sec because I want to be able to see my settings. And we're just going to go here and, and adjust these. That can go down. Then we're going to go here. This can go over one more, but maybe up. Nope, I'm going to keep it down, but come in one. And then over here, we're going to go over. And that should just about do it. All right. So again, lights off. Get out of here. And let's go back into YouTube and take a look at the projector. Let's go back into library. We'll go into, okay, interesting. Let's go to playlists, favorites, and let's go down to, well, let's go down to New York here. One of the things that still absolutely blow me away about this projector um, is just, you know, what makes a projector, the image. I just don't know that I've ever seen anything look better than this image. I mean, it's incredible. Again, I've said it many, many times in many videos. When you're looking at this image, and again, I've kind of tried to play around with the manual settings on my Nikon Z30 to have it reproduce to the closest the image that I'm seeing on the screen, because I know it's probably going to be a little bit tinted towards the red colors, but I'm trying my best. Um, it's just incredible. I mean, it really is. And this is, 4K image. Actually, while I say that, let's go in and double check, because that's the other thing. Oh, there we go. Look at that, 2160 now. Let's go back out. That's been another bone of contention for a lot of people, is that they believe that the internal system is only showing 1080, not 2160. But here's YouTube with the internal app, and it does have the ability to run that 2160, as you can see there. So, and I'm not sure if the bigger complaint has been the actual, just the OS, like the main screen menu, etc., not reflecting 2160. I really don't care about that, to be honest. As long as my image is 2160 when I'm watching something, that's really all I'm concerned with. And this is definitely giving me that. Let's go to the to Peru. Everybody's probably seen this video 100 times. Let's go back to the beginning and to the opening. Again, just spectacular, spectacular image. Now, I have to admit, there is one projector that I've just read a little bit on recently, like the last week, that I'm very curious to see, and that is the XGME. I think they're calling it the Horizon Ultra Max, which is the IMAX approved XGME Horizon 4K. So it, unlike its earlier release this year, or I guess last year, the XGME, I think it is Horizon 4K Pro maybe, which was the one that did come with Dolby Vision. I haven't had an opportunity to look at that one yet. It is on Amazon Canada, and I'm very tempted, but I just can't see it being a whole lot better than this. So who knows? Maybe one day I'll order that. But the new one is the IMAX version. No Dolby Vision, but IMAX. And I'm not really sure. I just can't see the benefit of IMAX. I mean, I understand that it's probably a different resolution, but there are only so very little IMAX type videos either on Disney Plus, DVDs, Blu-rays, that sort of thing. So I'm not really sure, where the benefit would be in that. Obviously, it would be tuned to IMAX standards, and that would probably be pretty spectacular. But it is what it is. So that's kind of one that I'm thinking about. But I just recently read that they're expecting it to be somewhere around the $3,000 range. So for Canadians, we're looking at almost probably $5,000 or something like that, $4,400 or something like that. Anyways, so look at what's on the market now versus cost versus portability, ease of use, etc. I just don't think that there's anything currently better on the market than the N1 Ultra. So really hard to beat. Let's go try a different video. Now we can go look at the LG one here. So we touched on software. We touched on, its ability to make this projector work well in really any situation, any angle, any viewing angle, etc. Of course, obviously, ideally, it's to have it perfectly in line, um, so that you're not overshooting the screen or having to use the image picture alignment tool, etc. But even as you can see here, when you do, I mean, it's blinking incredible. It really is. Again, just sitting here, and I do this every time I'm a huge NHL fan. Love my Vancouver Canucks. Go Canucks, go! Second place in the NHL right now by 1 point behind Winnipeg. Lots of people are believing maybe we're going to have a Canadian Stanley Cup this year, perhaps. Let's hope that's the case. Anyways, when I watch the games and they are in 4K, I mean, it's just incredible. It's incredible. The image, etc. There, you got to see a little skip there from the video. Lots going on. So for the processor to work real hard to get that done. Let's get out of here. Let's go to the other issue that I've had in demoing all of these projectors, as I have over the last year and a bit, were the black levels and the image quality that they produce. Nothing came close to the Epson 5050 UB. And I know that there are better ones on the market besides the Epson 5050 UB, but then you're going into the JVC and Sony's and you're paying a whole lot more money. When you look at this, man, I'm telling you, and again, I know it's not translating very well in the picture, but in looking at this image, it is, again, as good as it gets. I just can't imagine it looking really any better. So really, even the black levels on a projector like this are untouchable. Going back to the discussion on Dolby Vision, I did run a Vertex, HD Fury Vertex through it, and loved what it did for even television signals. I know that in my Vertex 2 forum that I chatted through Dave Harper and a bunch of other people, they were saying, well, the Vertex really shouldn't affect the image of cable, for example. But I found when I was watching hockey, it really made the image pop. I think I was using the Bluetooth setting number 10. And it really made the N1 Ultra pop. The image was incredible. But I have a couple of daughters who come down here every once in a while to play some video games, and it was just too hard for them to try and figure out having to go into the Marantz receiver, setting it to HDMI 1, going in and trying to find the toggle switch for the Vertex 2 to get it set up to go in to the Xbox, and then of course have the N1 Ultra do the same. So I had to sell it. I was a little saddened by that, but again, at the end of the day, looking at this image, really, how can you not be happy with what you're looking at, right? One more here. This is also a video that, in my opinion, really shows the power of what this projector can do in a sense of image quality, lack, I should say, of oversaturation. A lot of projectors you'll look at, the colors kind of blend together. They don't look very detailed. The rose petals looked very washed out and not very separated, in a sense, again, oversaturated to the point that they didn't look very good. And again, this N1 Ultra handles that with incredible detail and sharpness. And, again, what can I say? How can you get any better than this? I'm not sure that you can. It really is an incredible picture and projector. So I'm just trying to think whether or not there's anything further that we need to touch on. Again, if I was able to speak to JMGO directly, I would have to tell them, come on, you guys, you need to get it together. Let's get some updates for this thing. It's really sad when you've created this product that really is so incredible really is probably one of the best projectors that have ever been made, and you neglect your clients and the product by not updating it. Um, a couple of updates every month or so wouldn't be a bad thing. You keep your clients happy. At the end of the day, if you come out with an N2 Ultra and maybe built in that Dolby Vision, I'm likely going to want to try it. Of course, I would love to do a sponsored video, uh, but so you have to really be pretty shabby and bad to lose my sort of loyalty when you make something as good as this. But if you could make something as good as this and back it up with really good after sales service, which is another thing they seem to be um, suffering a little bit on, then I'm going to stick around, and so will a lot of your clients. So I think, if anything, work on getting us the updates, get things together. Let's see that we can actually, get some changes here. And actually, the other thing I didn't do? I want to go as this video plays, and I want to make sure this is also, there we go, it is 2160. Okay. So that you keep your clients happy. But again, sum things up: amazing projector, decent software, could be updated much more. Would have loved to have seen either the addition of Dolby Vision or HDR10 Plus. Again, the chip that this projector uses has the ability to also do HDR10 Plus. So rather than static, frame adjustment, you have frame by frame picture adjustment as the images go through. But that was all neglected, again, based obviously on probably licensing costs, etc. And just I'll give a little bit of sound just for a second. You've all heard it, but the sound on this thing is incredible as well. Top notch, amazing. So for the most part, probably 90% of the time when I watch this projector, I use the built-in speakers, and it fills this home theater room in a manner that when I'm sitting in my couch back here watching the image, I feel like there are speakers in the front that are firing the sound towards me, and there isn't. It's all from the little, I think they're, I don't know, 11 watt or something speakers times two, and again, incredible sound. So yeah, amazing projector, decent software, improvement needed on updates and dealing with issues, amazing sound, fantastic portability, and really a again, as I said earlier, I probably think the best projector on the market currently right now. So you really can't go wrong. And even today, with some of the discounts that you can get it at, makes it even better in a sense of what you can get. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it helped out a little bit in the sense of for those that are still maybe on the fence about buying this projector, don't not buy it. This thing will blow you away. It'll knock your socks off. It's 100%, at least in this reviewer's opinion, the best projector I've ever seen. And remember, this is a projector that I purchased with my own money way back when. I started it at the beginning of the Kickstarter project. I'm not sponsored in any way. I don't get any kind of kickbacks or anything from JMGO. This is just 100% my own honest opinion as to why I love this thing so much. So again, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I say this on every video, how amazing it is for me that people actually show interest and actually watch my videos. The stuff that I put out there are interested. And if you enjoy these videos, I'm almost at 500. I think I'm sitting around 478 subscribers right now. Please, if you enjoy the videos, click on subscribe, click on the bell icon for notifications, and the like. Apparently, that helps with the algorithms and gets my videos more views on the system. And also feedback. Like, my videos will get better as I do them, but your help helps that happen. If you can tell me the things that I can do that make them more interesting, or the things that you want to actually see, I will definitely do that. So your feedback is very important. So click on the subscribe bell icon, like, comments, and just thanks again, you guys. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and take care of yourselves, and we'll talk again soon. Bye-bye.